Dear community, for over a year you have been part of an extraordinary journey. A journey back in the early days of our beloved game.
Together,
a journey in which hundreds of thousands of people took hundreds of
created by Blizzard.
I would have kept it in, but fuck
Yesterday
it.
we're
doing real
formal notice from U.S.
real
and
editing.
French
Take
lawyers
two.
acting on behalf of Blizzard Entertainment.
For over a
Preparing to
year,
stand trial against our
you have been
hosting
part of an
company,
extraordinary
OVH,
journey.
and ourselves.
A journey back in
less
the
than a
early
week now.
days of our beloved game.
This means
A journey in
the
which
de facto
hundreds of
end
thousands of people
Nostalrius
took part in
under its
together.
current form.
As soon as we... Oh my god, the fucking webcam controller. Every goddamn time. As soon as we received this letter, we decided to inform the team and players about the future of Nostalrius, where we have all passionately committed our time and energy as volunteers. Nostalrius begins PvP, Nostalrius begins PvE, and Nostalrius TBC, the Burning Crusade, and all related servers will be definitively shut down at 2300 hours server time on the 10th of April 2016, if our hosting company keeps the server online for that long anyway. It feels kind of unreal, but we want to continue to serve our players as we did, and the best we can in the remaining time. What will happen next? This time we have no plan for the future. We will have to rely entirely on our community and or the private server scene. We know the time you spent here, the guilds you are part of, and these people with whom you have shared experiences with. We know the strength of these links, and we also know that they do not need a special WoW realm to survive. However, we will still be publicly providing everything needed in order to set up your own Nostalrius, if you are willing. Today is also the day where Nostalrius will start being community-driven, in the truest sense of the word, as we will be releasing the source code and anonymized players' data, encrypting personal account data, so the community as a whole will still decide the form of the future of Nostalrius. We will still be there in the background if you want us to, but will no longer take the lead. We also initiated an open letter addressed to Blizzard that you can read and forward if you want. It won't bring Nostalrius back, but it is a way to express ourselves as a community. Nostalrius was all about the nostalgia and memories of the glorious vanilla days. We don't know if you truly felt like it was the glory days while playing here, but we hope that you will keep good memories of the time you spent here. Once again, we can all be proud to have been part of the Nostalrius journey, no matter how much time was actually spent in-game. With our best regards, the whole Nostalrius team, administrators Damon and Viper, developers Joan, Chakor, Itiakor, and Cursive, the GM team, Tyrell Abuthar, the communication team, and all other contributors who helped us during this time, officially or unofficially. And it ends off with a quote: "Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile." Albert Einstein. The truth is, I'm making this shit because Blizzard is absolutely out of their minds, and I guess I can't blame a company for looking out for itself. And I'm sure that this guy can't either, or anybody can't. But I'd like to bring up something I learned about today, and I'm Wikipedia of all shitty places. Well, I guess it's not that bad. I'm actually reading this just now. Learning out of nowhere, I didn't know this as I started recording this shit, that Valve making Dota, announcing the standalone sequel to the original map, Dota 2, I suppose. I didn't know that gained concern and opposition from the Dota All-Stars contributors working at Riot Games. I didn't know that Riot Games had helped make Dota All-Stars. As well as Blizzard Entertainment, of course, because, we need money. Both of which legally opposed the franchising of Dota by Valve. The legal dispute was conceded in 2012, and Valve gained undisputed franchising rights for commercial use of the trademark. Non-commercial use remains open to the public, and Dota 2 was released a few years ago. My point is that I have a feeling that these legal disputes were conceded because they started losing. And they said, forget it. We're not going to waste our time.
We need money.
It's all because of money. Blizzard is all about the money. Activision bought them out. Why? Because money. Probably. I guess we could find out about that too if we wanted to. I remember I was there when they bought it.
We could be here for like hours just.
Well, fuck it. Activision Blizzard is one of the largest interactive gaming and entertainment companies in the world. Traded as NASDAQ. Fuck off, bitch.
That's what I always say.
Diablo, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, StarCraft series, Warcraft series, Call of Duty. It would retain its central headquarters in California. And Bobby was named the new CEO.
Bobby?
On July 8th, 2008, Activision announced that stockholders had agreed to merge, and the deal closed the next day for an estimated transaction of $18.9 billion. I'm going to sneeze from that.
Oh my
$18.9 billion. And here we are. Let's go back to the other tab. Blizzard Entertainment versus Valve over the franchising rights of Dota. How much do you need? Are you fucking Disney?
I think they want to be. With
This all comes back around. I'm just using this lawsuit, which failed, thankfully, as an example of the greed of the people at Blizzard. Yes, they're looking out for the company. Of course they're supposed to. That is their job. But I don't believe that they needed to go as far as trying to basically land grab. Dota came from Warcraft 3, but it wasn't their creation. It was a custom map.
Just made by a couple of guys, I guess.
A couple of guys. Well, actually, probably one. Let me get back on topic here. I keep getting off topic because this shit, it kind of pissed me off. I hate what Blizzard has become, even though they started out like crap. They admitted that they made Warcraft because of the game Dune 2. D-U-N-E, not fucking Doom. And Dune 2 was making good money, and they wanted to make an RTS to combat it, to, make their own, I suppose. And it came out good, then they made, Orcs vs. Humans, then Warcraft 3 eventually, and it blew up. At no point did they fucking make Dota. Where was I going with this? They admitted to bullshitting it up, just for the money. And although that, for companies' sake, business' sake, that's good. For the sake of original material and, good quality games, the creation of a good quality game, that's just terrible. That's not how you go about it. I guess I wouldn't know. I've never made a real game before, so to speak, but, let's make a game because it looks like it'll make good money.
Okay.
What are we?
What are we?
EA?
Electronic Arts?
I'm just saying that Blizzard didn't need to lose. They quit a lawsuit against Valve claiming that they own Dota. And I brought this up because, number one, the merger in 2007 and 8, before all of this even happened, for Activision Blizzard, when Activision purchased Blizzard, basically, it was worth $18.9 billion. That was the estimated transaction amount. Oh, fucking money.
Mass quantities of it.
So let me end that there on that part. I just wanted to get that out. I want to have a more focused rant that hopefully will seal the deal with this shit. I'm really butthurt about all of this. This guy will tell you I'm butthurt. In short, I'm officially claiming that Blizzard is greedy. It's one thing to look out for your company, but it's another to go above and beyond and really try your hardest to vigilantly get every little piece you can. It's like picking up pennies at this point. Because with a player base of what is now in 2015, this is 2016, but statistics I read in 2015, there are roughly 5.5 million subscribers still left on Retail WoW. And that's quite a lot of people to think about it. 5.5 million people. Million. For a private server, 8,000 people. volunteer work. Volunteer. 8,000 people is a drop in the bucket when you compare it to...
It was free to play.
It was free to play.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, they weren't getting any profit from it. And it is 8,000 is a drop in the bucket compared to 5.5 million people. I say Blizzard is as greedy as an individual as companies wish they could be seen as legally. It is a greedy fuck. Blizzard is a greedy bastard. Even if it wasn't Blizzard as a whole, if it wasn't the CEO's decision, if it wasn't anybody high up, anybody's idea to do this, there are still people within 40. There are 4,700 Blizzard employees. It's one of those fucking people was like, oh, we gotta get Nostalrius WoW, and they're overseas, and we're gonna work with French lawyers to get them. They just need to release their own vanilla servers, or their own TBC servers, or even Wrath of the Lich King, which is pushing it for me. So all I'm saying, again, I'll say that 5 times, is that, in my opinion, I have enough evidence here to legitimately say that Blizzard, as an individual, as a company, is the greediest, most ridiculous company I have seen yet. I think it beats EA. I think that it beats the shit out of EA and being greedy. EA doesn't go after, at least that I know of, doesn't go after private servers that may even exist. And I doubt there are any. Blizzard shut down a little guy. Blizzard is literally doing the whole, big corporation kicks the little guy in the ass thing.
The vanilla server was actually doing a big, really great thing for the brand, for their brand, just making them money. Really.
In a way, yeah, it may have.
Sort of, indirectly, maybe.
Maybe a couple people that were playing Vanilla WoW went to retail to check it out, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's possible.
The point is that at very least, they're breaking their own legacy. Vanilla WoW is WoW. That is OG WoW. I'll even consider TBC Vanilla WoW in a way, because, it's not, obviously, but it's essentially just Vanilla WoW extended. All TBC was an extra area for you to go to, and, 2 new races. And it really wasn't that different than Vanilla WoW in terms of gameplay or anything like that. When you get to Wrath, it starts to get a little weird, but... And it is literally the big corp kicking the little guy. It's like Starbucks blowing up a private cafe. It's unbelievable that they would do that. And of course, it's their brand. It's legal. They're allowed to do that. They should be allowed to do that. I get that. I get that a business is supposed to look out for itself. But to what extent? What do they gain from this? I can't see anything. I would love if somebody had pointed out. I'd like to see what they're gaining from doing this. Because in my opinion, all they're doing is soiling their own goddamn name. $19 billion, and they're worried about fucking Nostalrius. Wow.
Like a couple thousand people on a
I don't
server.
Get it. I don't get it. They weren't making money. What was the point? I'm surprised they even cared about it. I really am. I'm surprised that they even wasted the time to go after Nostalrius WoW. Nostalrius WoW, the 10,000 people that may have been playing it, is a mite by comparison to the number of people who currently play regular retail WoW. And if they think that by shutting down Nostalrius WoW, they're going to somehow save retail WoW, they're fucking wrong.
That's not going to happen.
They blew that shit up in Cataclysm. It's funny because the title of the expansion is Cataclysm, and it was cataclysmic for the subscriber base, by the way.
Yep.
Nostalrius WoW was a great server. It was a perfect server, really. The fact that it even ran with that many people on it, these people were doing a great job. And, kudos to them for trying to do something right. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Albert Einstein.